right, welcome everyone to Boston, Massachusetts, and the official start of the WFA playoffs. Going sea to shining sea today with the Washington Wastelanders taking on the Boston Whales. Let's see how this one turns out. I'm pretty pumped for this one, Colin.
Dude, me too. I mean, this is about as far as it gets when it comes from one team traveling to the other, but rumor has it the Wastelanders moved in here on what is today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, they came in Sunday. They joined church with Skills and Jack P at the local cathedral and have just been really hanging out the last couple days.
I mean, I'd imagine this is not a trip you'd want to take day before. Over 3,000 miles the Wastelanders would have had to travel to get here. If you were to walk that, Colin, that'd be 992 hours to take you to get here just walking, you as an average man.
That's one thing about me. They say I am average.
Well,
very average.
Except for on the football field where it really counts.
Yeah, that's
Above
right.
average.
But
Bowl champ here.
Well, and there is another Gin Bowl champ that is in the starting lineup tonight, Derek.
Absolutely. Mr. Mikey Napoli, the Italian sausage himself, gonna try. This is the start to his journey of claiming a second Gin Bowl championship. We'll see how he does. Both teams have performed well this year, powered by an all-star cast. I mean, you got Boston alone, just to name off a few, and obviously I'm not going to name them all just yet. They'll get their time in the shine, but like Mikey Napoli, Jake Blanchard, Najee Lewiston, I mean, all guys who have contributed throughout the season to put them right here in a good spot in the playoffs. And I mean, not to be overlooked, the work of the Wastelanders. Connor Manning doing what he needs to do, as well as Joel Woods and Buchanan Simmons, all contributing to the Wastelanders to get them here in search of their first Gen Bowl championship.
Yeah, one thing's for certain, we have some big names tonight.
Yes.
A lot of familiar names, a lot of big names that have been in the league for a while. But I will say that I'm hoping that we get ourselves some good action tonight. Both quarterbacks, like we said, are top tier when it comes to putting points on the board, but they also have a tendency to throw quite a bit of interceptions. Both quarterbacks have more interceptions than touchdowns so far this season.
That's a tough way to win a game. But it all matters. You can throw interceptions, but if the opposing offense and even then the defense can't capitalize on them, then it was essentially a punt. So, obviously you never want to see interceptions, but it all depends if they can do something with them when they get them.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let's say, I'm not sure what the numbers were for tonight's game, but do you have yourself a pick for this evening, Derek?
Ooh, I mean, I think, I didn't look at the numbers, but I think everything points towards Boston in this one. I mean, Wastelanders coming in, expansion team for, on their first season. And even though, we kind of jumped the season. I mean, numbers sat Boston coming into this at 5-2. They were on a tear before we jumped to playoffs. And Washington was still trying to figure things out, coming in at, 3-4. It put some impressive wins, but I really think it's Boston. It has to be the heavy favorite tonight.
I agree that Boston is going to be the favorite going into this game, probably by a touchdown, I would say, is what those numbers were, about 6.5. But Boston is always consistent, and that's key in this game. They're hard to plan against. You try to do something on defense, they have an alternative. They have a counter to almost everything. So I think that's the strong point of this Boston offense. However, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Washington and the Wastelanders, because backing them, behind them in the coach's office is none other than Chad Rowland. And we both know what that guy's capable of. Yeah,
he's, I think if anything else, despite this being an expansion team, they came in with probably one of the stronger coaching rooms in the WFA. Despite it being season 1 for him. And then honestly, this is only season 2, but they had quite a showing to build off of last season, kind of shocked the world. Now it's expected of them. But again, I don't with the coaching of Chad, I don't think you can count the Wastelanders out at all.
No, and you're right. It is expected for him to show up in big games like this, and that's why these teams are playing in prime time right now for round one.
Oh, yeah, prime time.
So, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's get ready to football. Let's go. All right. There we go. The Washington Wastelanders, Boston Whales, as they come to center field for the official coin toss.
Is it just me, or are those Washington Wastelander uniforms a little radiant tonight?
I mean, they are bright. I mean, it might be just the bright lights of prime time, but they do pop.
Yeah, I'm going to have to throw my shades on here in the booth because that's going to be hard to call them numbers from here.
Yeah. But it's, you know what? I love a good contrast in teams, and I like the two contrasts of the uniforms up here from the booth. Again, one's bright, one's, obviously, a little darker, but I like it. Both coming in styling for the playoffs. All right, Wastelanders choose head or tails. Wow.
We got Buchanan Simmons, team captain of the Wastelanders.
And it's tails. I heard it never fails. And they're going to choose to start on defense.
I always pick heads.
Well, for those who don't know, the new inaugural playoff coin, it features actually our two commissioners, Colin and Dave's faces on the head side of the coin for this playoff. That's what we use. In fact, you can pick one up in the gift shop and on the website.
Yeah, we'll always pick Colin because Dave's fat forehead weighs it down.
All right, and the return's on, dance around, and ultimately stuffed at the 29-yard line. Decent return for number 4. And let's get started with the Whalers.
Number 4 is none other than Javon Payne.
It is, but we got himself with the fine mustache, Mr. Mikey Napoli, getting up behind center. And let's see what they do here.
Yeah, the Italian sausage with no man in the backfield, looking to go deep on the first play of the game.
He moves to get around and hits his man just short of the first yard line. And you've got number 19, Mario Luna, holding on to the ball right there.
The Whales have a lot of targets in Najee Lewison, Zach Molyneux, Lefty Bruin, and right there, Mario Luna.
Oh, yeah, I mean, pick your poison with this team. Let's see what they do here on a short down and distance. And there's the man who has run for so many yards this season, Mr. Jake Blanchard, cutting up the middle and just tearing it up for a big gain on second down.
That guy seems to be good at every run that he does. I mean, sweep plays, runs up the middle, stretches, powers. You can't stop that guy. He's going to do what he wants.
Absolutely. I mean, there's something to be said about a guy who can find the hole like no one else.
Handoff again to Blanchard.
And he just finds a way. I honestly, as that play developed, I expected it to it stopped in the backfield. So many Wastelanders were back there, but he found a way to get 6.
That's why this guy got an extended contract with the Whales. I mean, you gotta pay the big bucks for that sort of thing, and they know exactly what they have.
I mean, this is a running back led league. I'd say I'm confident in saying that, and you pay for that kind of productivity.
Fake handoff.
Ooh, fake
looking
handoff. Deep. Oh, but good job by the Wastelanders to sniff it out and knock it down at the line of scrimmage. That was number 93. I think it was Mr. Banger. Is that what I read? There on the back of the jersey. Just give me 1 second. Yep. Brutus Banger knocking it down at the line. Great heads-up play.
Yep. Napoli again under center with an empty back. He has 3 wide receivers and a tight end as an option here, running all slants.
Another big breakup, this time by number 59. Give me 1 second. Gotta get into the rhythm here. Oh, Avery Roberts. Big breakup by the linebacker.
And here's the man with the big foot we all love, Tony Gunk.
No, Tony Gunk. Gonna put the funk on it, Gunk. Let's see if he can pin him deep. Slow start by the Whales. I think this kind of leaves the door open for the Wastelanders. And that was a huge no.
He ran it into the back of the end zone.
By number 10. What are you doing? I honestly think if he didn't touch that, that pins him down inside the 5.
Yeah, Gunk had a
terrible
good
special teams play by number 10.
Yeah, that was a good kick.
Amron Bailey can't do that. Not in a playoff game like this.
Connor Manning starting in shotgun tonight.
He's looking to air it out. Oh, just dropped number 19, Max Chapman. Maybe a little too much popcorn before the game because I thought he had that one.
Maybe some jitters. I mean, this is the Wastelanders' first playoff experience. Is that right?
Uh-oh.
Did you lose something?
Little boy. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here.
Okay, Derek's having some technical difficulties, which we can hear him. He probably can't hear me. Connor stepping back again.
I'm back. I'm
looking
back.
deep.
Sorry about that.
Y'all caught up, buddy?
Oh, we're good.
All
Big
right.
play by number 8 there, Sam Blotner.
Isn't that interesting? Sam Blotner, who I believe is the owner of the Whales, playing for Washington.
That is. Ooh, way to extend and convert the first down. Extend by number 82. Give me 1 second.
We're gonna keep passing on you all day long.
Buchanan Simmons. How can I not know that guy? He's putting up monster numbers this season. Clearly the number 1 option for Connor Manning. And he shows why there. Just extending.
Sticking with shotgun.
You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I was almost picked, so maybe they need to fix it.
Dangerous.
Probably not the throw I would have chosen if I was Connor Manning, but that's why I'm in the boot field.
A dangerous throw by Manning. We'll see if maybe they go a little bit more conservative here. And it does look like Manning will come under center with 3 tight ends.
Puts it in the hands of Joel Woods, proven back in this league. I'm surprised they don't use him more. But again, they said not to. Oh, out to the side, and he runs it up. I mean, gets a good gain. Something that could have been a big distance and cuts it down to just 3rd and 3. Great.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Getting Joel Woods on the perimeter with a throw instead of a handoff.
Yeah, I was expecting handoff, and I'm expecting handoff here. I think Joel can get you those the three yards needed to convert here. But let's see what the front 7 of Boston has to say about that. Ooh. They shift. Let's see what they get here. Nope. They're going past.
One hand.
Intercepted by the Whales. Does he take it back? No, he stopped at the Washington 42. Big interception by Javon Payne. Just read it the whole way and picked it.
Clear one-handed catch.
Yeah, I for sure thought that was going the distance, and Javon Payne said, no, sir.
Boston is notorious for having some of the best defensive backs in the league. They're scary.
Boston starts having pretty good field position here. See what they do with it.
Napoli under center, offset I with Blanchard. Fake handoff again.
Another fake handoff. To number 89. Dramonte Blackstone III. Great gate catch. Wish he would have stayed on his feet, maybe made a little bit more of it. But all in all, as we're preparing for the next play, I'm going to give a shout out to the offense. You got Mikey Napoli as quarterback, Jake Blanchard running back, BJ Punk as the starting fullback, with wide receivers Najee Lewiston, Zach Mullino, Lefty Bruin, and Mario Lutna. and tight end Terrence Raymond making up your starting offense. I mean, solid group out there. Like we said earlier, pick your poison with those guys.
Blanchard couldn't make it happen right there. Got met at the line.
But that doesn't go to say that this defensive line and defense of the Wastelanders can't handle the assignment today. Let's see, 3rd and 4. This could be a big stop if they get it. That should have been intercepted. That was just fumbled, but all in all, great pass breakup by that defense.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to unfortunately bring out the punter. That was a crucial 3rd down opportunity for Boston, because if you make that, you're in field goal range. But now you gotta take the punt.
This is the whale of a man, Gunk.
He is.
But as we're doing this, as we're looking at special teams, I think I need to shout out that defense of the Wastelanders that were just there. Lineman of Brutus Banger, DJ Houston, Diago Pascal, Jeff Gallery, and Rocco McLovin. And you got linebackers Trevor Rivers, John Steele, Avery Roberts, J.C. Bentley, Noah Underhill Jr. in the back, starting off leading that backfield, as along with Max Shutt, Benjamin Nelson, CeCe
Wastelanders,
Rowland, and Keith Johnson.
Starting
man,
from the 3.
Back. Yikes. This is a scary place for the Wastelanders. Ooh. Big stop by that defensive line right there of Boston, number 98. Just stuffing up the middle. And that's Curtis Brown. Taking him to the ground. It's a scary position for the Wastelanders.
Yeah, you're going to have to get Joel Woods going, or you're going to be given 2 points up here.
Oof. The offensive line is just not getting a lot of push, because that 93 right there stopping them.
Yeah, this is scary. If you're Manning right now, you're going to need to give your punter a few more yards to make him comfortable for the upcoming punt.
Ooh.
He's got time.
No, it's intercepted again. Tip drill, and if there's a pick 6, touchdown, Wales.
And that's none other than Brian Craven.
Craven right there. Craven a touchdown, and my gosh. You know what? Just living and dying by the pass right there. And I mean, that's just great team football. Tipping it, cornerback tipping it right there into the safety. Return for the pick.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not, because Brian Craven is an animal.
Yeah.
And the first points in the first round of the playoffs is by a safety.
Yep, by a defensive player. Free safety, Brian Craven. And this brings out kicker Marvin Isaac. Hopefully he has better luck than the kicker for Dallas last night. And he does. He's already significantly better than NFL kickers. At least in the state of Texas. All right. And here we go to kick off. Let's see what kind of return the Wastelanders can get.
And you know what? If you're Manning, you're not too upset about it. I mean, you got to take it serious from this point on, but it's just one possession. There's still plenty of time in the ball game, obviously. It's just first quarter.
You just got to clean it up and get back to your game plan. I think Chad is scheming right now, probably talk to his guys. And I think you agree, you got to lean on Joel Woods more.
And then it off.
And right on cue. But sniffed out and shut down by that Boston front seven.
Abdul Hodge.
Abdul Hodge coming up from the back, from the secondary to make that hit. Just red all the way. Let's see what we got here.
Manning stepping back. Got somebody across the middle.
Good catch. Again, making it a 3rd and 4. Huge catch by number 82 there.
That's Buchanan.
That is Buchanan again. Again, Mr. Consistency. You can see why he's a top target on Washington. Let's see what they do here. Washington needs this first down. If nothing, I get what they're trying to do there, but I just don't know. Now hit with a 4th and 5. Joel Woods just wrapped up. Great way to be stiffed out by the Boston defense.
Yeah, Manning is looking for an open receiver down the field, but these defensive backs from Boston just have everybody covered.
Yeah, and I get it. Better than throwing it and possibly getting another interception, take the check down and see if Joel Woods can work his magic, because he can do it. He can shake and bake with the best of them, but that time it was not in the cards. So let's see.
And if you're Washington, you're going to have to trust your receivers to get those deep balls.
Absolutely.
You got to keep going. Got to keep pushing it.
Solid return by number 4 there. To shorten the field even more. That's again Javon Payne, one of the 2 whales with interceptions in this game so far.
The Italian sausage takes over at the 40-yard line.
See if he puts a little mustard on it.
Handoff to Blanchard.
And Blanchard, had guys chasing him from the backfield. Takes it up to the 47 for a second and 3. Great running. This man, he's got holes so big I could run through him and get positive yardage. And I'm slow as can be. That offensive line is just giving him the doorway to yards, and he's taking advantage of it. Speaks of the vision and the kind of running back Blanchard is.
And now we have an I formation out of Boston. Looks like a wide receiver left open on the top of your screen. Handoff to Blanchard.
Ooh, held short. Good hold by the Wastelanders, holding them to 3rd and 1, number 70. Really making that stick and making them earn every yard.
This kind of pickup should be no problem for us.
J.C. Bentley coming down from the linebacker spot to stuff him right there. Let's see what they do. I think you have to go with Blanchard again. I think he's been the guy on this series so far. Trust him to get 1 yard.
Yep. Maybe so. This might also be where you see one of their play action plays. No, and he got it.
He got it. Forward momentum gives him the first down. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go with old number 5, Mr. Reliable, and what they do.
That's a good first down for Boston, but talk about a struggle for 10 yards. It seems like they've been really fighting here the last few plays, but they've only gained 10 yards.
I think that speaks to the fight in the Wastelanders. They might be down right now, but they are not out, and they're going to make them earn every yard.
Yeah.
Great hit right there. Again, stuffed out by number 95 of the Wastelanders, Jeff Gallery. Man, someone needs to hang that hit up in the gallery. People would love to view it. I'd buy tickets.
We have 4 wide receivers on the field.
You think they're throwing it? I think they're throwing it.
I hope Napoli's not running.
He has 13 yards on the season. Anything's possible.
The duck.
I don't know who he was throwing it to. I know pressure is in his face and caused Napoli to kind of miscue right there because there was no one around.
Yeah, I think the pressure got to him, or maybe hit his elbow off of somebody's shoulder pad as he was coming through, because that ball came out a little funny.
Yeah, that was a duck for sure. Quack, quack.
Looks like we've got a similar formation here. Washington deciding to play man-to-man.
They're challenging. They want them to beat them. And beat them he does. Stop before he can get all the way home. But number 1, numero uno, Najee Lewiston. Yep, Najee Lewiston. just on a beautiful route there, just beats his man, makes him pay.
Good post corner route.
Oh, absolutely. Hands for days.
And this is the first time that we'll see Boston in the red zone.
Now, let's see what they do here. Let's see what they've got typed up here for the red zone.
What's going on?
What is that? I'm not even sure what that was.
I think Mikey Napoli got invisible there for a few seconds because everybody was running around him.
What? In all my years of calling WFA, I've never seen anything like that. These new play callers, they're something else. I mean, it went for some yardage, 4 to be exact. So, I mean, all yards are good yards, but that's a new one that's a new one for me.
Yeah, something new.
Oh, they were
set.
They're not letting Blanchard get on that one.
Washington brought it all against the heavy set formation. First time that we've seen them put the 3 wide receiver or the 3 running backs out on the field there.
Yep. And Roberts, he knew it. He saw it all the way. You could tell he's been watching film. He stuffed it at the line of scrimmage. So now let's see what they do.
Yeah, Jack P says, forget that. We're passing.
Yep. Here we go. Intercepted, read it all the way. Can he beat his man? No, but they do stop the score. Oh.
That was a great stand by the defender. Yeah. I mean, that saves you 7 points.
No, absolutely. I think the momentum and that way to end to swing the momentum going into the second quarter to your favor. But the defender there read it all the way. I wish I could see who it was, but solid play by the Washington secondary right there. And now let's see if Manning and the offense can make something of this gift.
Yeah, that might give them a little bit of momentum here. They're going with a gun. Connor decides to throw it away. Didn't like what he saw.
Better than taking the sack that close to your end zone. I'm pretty sure he jumped and threw it backwards. Fantastic agility by Connor Manning.
That is what he's known for. You ever seen that guy breakdance?
I mean, yeah. Probably the most athletic Manning since Archie Manning.
It's definitely more athletic than Peyton.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You ever seen that man run? Turtles can beat him. And that defense of Boston is just smothering them. Again, number 98, adding the pressure. Curtis Brown, again, getting there and applying the pressure. Really putting it on the Wastelanders. Let's see if Connor Manning can make something of this. Back against the wall, literally and figuratively. Let's see what we can do here.
And Boston deciding to play up on these wide receivers with zone over the top. Manning steps back, looking for a man open, finds...
Way to get into the open pocket, and he hits it. I mean, he stepped right in that pass, exactly what you need to do right there. It hits
not
Max
the most
Chapman.
Graceful looking pass.
But he hits Max Chapman in stride. Honestly, he sensed the pressure coming from behind him, stepped up into the pocket, and laid it out there. Definitely what Washington needed there.
Yeah, keeps the drive going. They're going to stick in shotgun.
And he hits it again. Pressure. I mean, Boston is doing all they can to try to get there, and they're applying pressure. But Manning's not having it. Hits number 8. Sam Blotner makes him, against his own team. Check yourself.
Washington trying to get the ball on the other side of the field for the first time tonight.
Yeah, big time. Let's see if they can string another play together. This is huge.
What a catch!
Whoa, they caught that. Talk about jumping through a few different hands, but ultimately ended up where it needed to with number 82. Buchanan Simmons again. Just happens to be right in the right place at the right time.
You know what? I'd take luck over skill in a playoff game any day.
Oh, I mean, I think there's a little bit of both that goes into these.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Manning felt the pressure and honestly rolled out probably the wrong direction and right into the waiting arms of number 93.
The mountain.
Hugh Hugo. Manning rolled right into him, and there he was to give him a big old bear hug. Because guess what? You're not moving that mountain. He was right there to swallow up Manning. All right, 2nd and long. Let's see what they have typed up here. Let's see what
We
Chad
got
is phoning
bunch
in.
on the bottom of your screen.
And they take it, get a few yards, still 3rd and 15. Into old reliable Buchanan Simmons.
Proving to be a reliable target with an average of over 10 yards a catch.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. He's been that all season for the Wastelanders. Now let's see what they have typed up. This is, again, 3rd and long. Right now, this is where you want to be if you're a whale defender.
Yeah, it seems like Washington has given Joel Woods a break for right now. You do what you got to do to get some points on the board.
Oh, close, but broken up. Again, good breakup by that stiff Wales secondary. Do you think they talk? How do you think they communicate? I think the Whales have like their own like signals. It's like,
well, no, it's really annoying to be at one of their games live because all you hear is the wailing, literally.
Just them in their own pod, just doing whale things back there. But I think it speaks to their team chemistry.
It is. I mean, if you know what your brother's saying by a, then I mean, you know you're close.
And wait a minute.
No, they didn't. That's on the 20.
I thought real. They stuffed them left side 5. Bad breaks. I really thought I died there.
Where we want to be in this game. Let's keep plugging away.
And Napoli's given a little bit of room in the back on this drive with an extra 18 yards, I'd say.
Yeah. Kind of pumping the guys to see if they can add another score to this currently low-scoring affair.
Looks like the chat's saying we're having some issues with your mic. I'm not quite sure what the problem is.
Me neither. I wonder if it's picking up something else. I'll try.
I don't know. It sounds good on my end, so I can't. It's hard for me to diagnose what's going on. But if anybody in the chat can give some advice to what they're hearing, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Sorry if you can't hear this lovely voice. I've been saving it for this moment alone, so it really upsets me that it's been bothered.
You sound good on my end, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, Colin, I'm here for the people.
That's
Napoli couldn't make up his mind and ultimately pays for it. Big sack. Big sack by the defense, number 95 of Washington. Really coming up big. Some indecision. That's, again, Jeff Gallery put another one up on the wall of the museum.
Yeah, that's what they call him, Big Sack Gallery.
Yep.
They've been calling him that since 7th grade.
Putting up posters in that gallery of all these big plays right now. Let's see if he does it again. And they do it again.
Oh, the pressure's real. Gallery hitting a home run. He forgot what sport he's playing here for a second.
Another one. Folks, I'm hope you're ready to visit this gallery and see all these posters that he's putting up. Sack after big play right here. Oh my, number 95 is here to eat. And there now, you've got Gunk backed up into his own end zone. This could be bad. I think it goes without saying, leaving the Washington Wastelanders with some great field position. Already starting on Boston's 46. Can't ask for much better than that.
No, and if you're Chad right now, you're licking your chops. You got a chance to tie up this ball game.
Yes. Again, I think it goes without saying, I haven't seen a lot of use out of old Joel Woods. And a back like that, you got to get him started early and often.
Yeah, if you want to make it in the playoffs, you have to be able to run the ball.
Yeah, you got to run the ball and own the clock.
Good out route
there. Good out route. Took it upfield for a few yards. Now it's a second and 2. Number 19, Max Chapman, had a big
Sounds like we lost Derek there for a second. I'm not sure if he's back. I think he's out for right now. Manning under center. Joel Woods is in the game. Hand off to Joel Woods. Can he get the first down and a little motivation with that carry? Yes, he can. That's good to see. And just like that, you see the people from...
Miss Joel Woods? Man, I go away for 2 minutes.
He's back.
And Chad finally listens to me.
He's back. Connor Manning with an awful QBR right now. Handoff again.
Another Joel Wood sighting. We'd love to see it. Going up the middle for 4 yards. You know, my mom always told me slow and steady wins the race, and I think that's what the Wastelanders need to lean on. It might not be pretty, it might not be the flashy big plays, but stick it to Joel Woods, number 26.
Yeah, look at all these whales on the line right now.
That is a lot of beef up there, a lot of whales. That's a lot of blubber. And he just drops it. 89 should have had that. Eek Rula.
Backup tight end.
Backup tight end, and you can see why he's a backup. Straight to him, good pass, and just fumbles the bag. He can't do that in a playoff game. He had the distance for the first down and just dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was the right play. That was the right play. Good call.
It was the right throw, the right call. Now let's see what they do on 3rd and 6 here. You hate to see it.
A 3rd down that's important for the Wastelanders. That's not what you want.
That's not what you want. Manning said he wanted to do his best Joel Woods impression, seeing they didn't want to hand it off to him, and he walked into a brick wall known as Kyle Lockhart. There's just nothing. This man double teamed into just putting him into the dirt.
And that's super unfortunate because that takes you 4 yards back, and now we're punting.
Field goal range. Yeah,
oh man.
Can't even get points on here. That's rough. You can't. Chad's got to be furious. I'm sure he's breaking some boards here. Talking to his guys. Now that one is on the Boston one. If there's anything positive, is it a punt like that? My gosh.
Yeah, Chad says he hates the offense, but man, he loves that punter.
Yeah, that punter is solid.
And it's not far-fetched for us to maybe see a safety here.
I would love to see a safety. I like to live life on the wild side, maybe a little more dangerous, so let's get some safeties in there.
You asked for it.
He wrapped him up. Who was it? Number 23 coming down and making the big hit in the end zone for the safety.
Heath Johnson.
Heath Johnson. Everyone put the triangles above your head. We've got us a safety on the field. Get the 2 points, and the Wastelanders are going to get the ball. This is huge.
That is huge. And I got to say, right now, if the Wastelanders come out of this game with a victory, punter might be player of the game.
I would love to see it. Right now, that was when your punter can shift the momentum like their punter did. Do about it. Like,
look at this momentum shift.
He's going. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Wastelanders. Talk about special teams showing up big. Cannon Simmons ends up in the end zone on a turn.
Have you ever seen anything happen so fast? You have a punt, pins him to the 1, next play is a safety, followed by a kick return for a touchdown. That is 8 points for the Washington Wastelanders in literally 2 seconds of gameplay.
This has been the biggest momentum shift. Chad, I don't know who your special teams coordinator is, but he deserves to be extended. Give him a raise right now. Because I don't know what he put in those boys' drinks, but it is working.
Oh, I'll tell you that he is already extended if you're watching those plays.
I think we all are. I'm a little bricked up in this this booth as we talk. Special teams, there's just something special about it. Unlike anything else this game has to offer.
That's so crazy. But there's still 4 minutes left in the first half. The crowd is shocked right now.
Feel right now. How do you think they're feeling?
It's quiet.
How do you motivate them after 2 haymakers like this?
Oh man, I mean it's hard. It's hard to motivate your offense right now because the only points that the Whales have on the board are from their defense.
Yeah, I mean if you look at it, the offense is kind of stale. The Italian sausage coming out cold. And no one likes a cold sausage.
No, they don't. I can tell you that's for sure. So we need to warm that sausage up. I mean, I think we got to thrust it deep.
I mean, you do. See, I might take it. I'd kind of nuke it a little bit at a time, give him some throws he feels confident and build it up. But I mean, some people are all about just shoving it down there. So let's see what happens. Oh, he's going deep.
Oh,
it's intercepted. Oh man, the sausage is it's frozen, ice cold. It must be. It's getting dunked.
You can't get that crap past
like
me,
the
man.
worst of the Boston team. Noah Underhill Jr. coming up big with the interception.
yeah, there's a great
Just
play.
couldn't catch it, and it just tipped right into the defender's hands. I mean, it was a good throw, just poorly executed catch.
One of many great plays by Noah Underhill Jr. in his long-standing career in the WFA.
I mean, absolutely. The momentum shift, and of all of our time in the league and calling these games, I don't think I've seen such a quick momentum shift. Like, legitimately, it's all coming up Wastelanders right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some things happen fast, but I've not seen things happen this fast.
You haven't seen me in the bedroom.
I hope I never see you in the bedroom, Derek.
What we're gonna do? Bunch 50, CD.
Let's keep it that way. Now, Manning's sounding like he's got a little bit of confidence, and I would too.
I mean, absolutely. Manning right now, he's probably feeling like he can do anything. Despite not being the guy scoring these points, they're on a high right now. And it's intercepted. We're going back and forth. I mean, frankly, Colin, these offenses are not really showing us anything.
No,
This
and
is a game of defenses and special teams.
yeah, we said it from the beginning. These quarterbacks have more interceptions than they do touchdowns.
It is very obvious. We are the stats after this game for our defenders are going to be something else. I mean, these 2 quarterbacks are the Oprah of interceptions. You get one, and you get one, and you get one. Everyone gets one. I'm trying to get them to throw one up here to the booth. I'd like one. I want my name on the stat sheet.
You've been waiting for one of those interceptions for a while, haven't you?
Oh, I have. Blanchard for solid 5 yards. I think it's best to keep it out of Napoli's hands and go for the run.
Yeah, I agree at this point. Blanchard has the capability to get 4, 5, or more yards a carry. So let's just get him warmed up and calm down with the passing game for right now. Looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing here. Check down to Blanchard.
And just stuffed out by this Washington defense. I mean, look at those stat lines for the quarterbacks right there. That's
Shoot.
neither over 100, both with 2 interceptions. Yikes.
We've got 5 interceptions in the first half with no touchdowns. Combined, they have less than 150 yards passing. Looks like Boston's going to try to get some more yards through the air. I think that might have been to Najee.
That was to Najee. I mean, again, another reliable top target for Michael Napoli. I'm still hesitant to, I mean, props to both teams and both coaches for, not shying away from the pass, but I'm going to be honest, I'd be hesitant to be leaning on it as much as they are given the last quarter and a half.
Yeah, and that's our 2-minute warning. We've got 16 points on the board.
I mean, do you think this really, even if Boston can score here, do you think it really shifts the momentum in their favor by halftime? Because after that, we've got a penalty.
That was strange. That lineman caught that pass right there.
Wow.
Looks like we might have.
Definitely wasn't reported eligible. So, yeah, we have an. illegal touching forward pass by number 55.
Yeah, we don't do this very often, but I think now's a good time for us to get into the replay booth and maybe highlight this a little bit here, see what happened.
That'll be a one for the stats. I'd like to get him as one reception on the season.
It's number 55 right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hammer.
It's in the forehead.
And he caught it.
He's like, he's stunned. He is stunned. He has no idea. He just caught a pass, probably because he has a concussion and a TBI, and then all of a sudden he just gets drilled by a whole host of Wastelanders.
Hammer took it off the dome.
That was awesome.
This game has everything but offense. A little
sure
bit of
does.
everything. Hopefully those of you in the chat and watching tonight at home are fans of everything but offense, because this is one for the history books.
Oh my, what will we see next? I'm not sure. Will R62 make a catch here? Stay tuned to find out. Napoli dropping way back. Gobbled up in the backfield. That's another sack for a Washington lineman. Wow. The defense on both these teams is showing up tonight. Sounds like we lost Derek again. Derek, if you find your way back, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep rambling. Napoli looking for some more yards before the first half. He shakes off a defender. He's still on his feet. He throws it so deep. And that was caught. That was caught. And I've not seen a quarterback with that much time making a completion right there. Taking the Boston Whales all the way down to the 10-yard line. And they're going to be looking for 7 points here. Hand off to Blanchard. That's what you need to be doing. Blanchard breaking tackles.
There you go. I'm telling you.
Come on.
We keep losing Derek. I don't know if he's losing connection or if his mic's giving out. But we're not giving up on this game tonight. We're going to keep going. That's the first offensive points we've seen from Boston, and man, that looked good.
I think I'm back. Sorry.
He's back.
My internet connection's being about as productive as the offense is on this field today. Really struggling. So I did get to catch that Blanchard touchdown, and I'm telling you, lean on the backs of these backs. It's something I think the coaches really need to do more of it. Though that pass was impressive. He shook the defender. I surely thought it was another sack for the stat book, and he launched it.
Yeah, it looked like he just was dragging defenders across the goal line.
You know, as a quarterback, it's one of those things like F it. They're down there somewhere, and you just chuck it up and hope for the best.
42 seconds left. You think it's plausible to get your team into field goal position here?
I think it is.
I mean, you have 3 timeouts.
You do. And I mean, it's shown by the game plan that the Wastelanders want to throw the ball. So I don't see why they change it up with 40 seconds left. And they're not. They are going to throw it.
Yeah, you need to get yourself about 40 more yards here to get a makeable field goal.
Going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it's good to see them actually using all 3 of, or it's getting their timeouts going. You know, a lot of times we see them.
Ball, Chad. Great job. Way to be there, right in the ref's ear to get that timeout called.
Yeah, those.
I think it was the right move to not force it downfield and take the easy dump down for the 6 yards.
Yeah, it's important to know that these timeouts do not carry over. Not so much different than our salary cap in the WFA.
And if you can't take it with you, what's the point of keeping him? And he just drops it. I mean, I'm thinking for the Wastelanders, and honestly, a lot of these receivers, they might need to go wash their hands, maybe put on some Stickum, because right now they couldn't catch a cold. So I'm going to need them to step it up. Oh, kick down right there. You got to go out of bounds. I like the effort of trying to get the extra yards, but you really got to go out of bounds there. Now the clock keeps running. He's got all day. Shoots it downfield, and he hits him deep. The 10, the 5, touchdown Wastelanders.
Whoa, wow, woo-wee, wow, Derek.
Mr. Reliable, Simmons, deep. And he just beats his man.
That's what your team captain's for.
My gosh. It seems like for everything that Boston does, Washington's finding a response. Oh, my.
Now, this was interesting. Didn't expect to see this before halftime.
No, I was honestly expecting closer to 7-0. What a crazy last 6 minutes of this game. And that's Mr. Ryan Cogswell. Good for another kick. And at this rate, I do not put it out of the possibility of Boston scoring before half.
Yeah, I mean, it's we'll say this, we have no idea what's going to happen in this game at this point.
If anyone tells you the WFA is scripted, they're a lie, because we didn't know any of this was going to happen tonight. And just as much chance as a giant, golden, majestic eagle coming down and taking the ball off the field. I mean, at this rate, anything could happen. I mean, do we bomb it deep, or do you just hand it off and run out the clock?
I say you just take us to halftime. That's what I would do.
That's what like the Whales are going to do, and that's what they do. All right, into the half. Not today. We're calling timeout. We ain't happy with that resolution there. Sticks is like, not today.
Why did we call a timeout? I don't. If you're going to call a timeout, you should have thrown it down the field 50 yards.
I mean, who really wants this magical quarter to end? Not me.
Man, this has been wild.
So, do you? I think if they called the timeout only to run it again, I'm going to have a lot of disappointment in the Whales, because you should be throwing it if you're going to take the time to, and they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little shook. I don't know if this is psychological warfare by the Whales or just a good idea.
God, is he breaking free? He does. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10.
I don't know anything. I shouldn't even be coaching in this league.
11 seconds for them to score before halftime, and they did it.
Jack P needs a team, obviously, after a coaching call like that. Nobody saw it coming.
Not making the big money because the blocks downfield apparently Sticks in the Boston Whales know something we don't about play calling. Holy moly.
What great blocking downfield, and talk about the speed from Blanchard. He may be getting up there in years, but he still has the speed and agility he always did.
Oh my gosh. I told you that was a magical quarter, and it has not failed. That last 6 minutes, it's just got me shook.
Don't you even start talking about sex minutes, Derek. Oh my. I'll say it again. Wow, woo, wee, wow, Derek.
I mean, I'm going to let you know, if this is what the rest of the playoffs are going to be like, I don't think this league's going to be able to handle it. This is nuts. Shout out to those in the chat, and if you know someone who's not in the chat, not watching the game tonight, you need to get them in here, because they're missing out on a wild one.
Yeah, that's right. Stefan Forge said it right. This game is out of control, Derek. We've got an even pass and rush offense from Boston, but very unidimensional right now from Washington.
If you want to look at it, though, it wasn't very even for Boston until that last big run by Blanchard. I mean, that right there was 60 yards. It would have been a little...
and it made all the difference, though, Derek.
Well. It did, though. But who has put up the 2 offensive touchdowns for the Whales? Blanchard, number 5. You gotta ride the momentum of these running backs. Defense have shown out. This has been a game a quarter unlike I've ever seen before. Safeties, illegal touching forward passes, multiple interceptions, punt returns, deep bombs, and runs with nothing but 3 seconds left on the clock that hit pay dirt.
Yeah, linemen getting hit in the forehead with footballs and then catching it.
Teams go a season without any of those things happening, and we've had it in 1 quarter in this game.
Can we even explain what's happening?
To get a water real quick before this next half. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm going to open me up another bubbly here and just bask in the awe of this game so far. I'm not even sure at this point I have a prediction. This game is too close to call, and obviously, I mean, we've seen it tonight with 11 seconds left. A team can score some points, so nobody is out of this. I think we've had 30 points in the second quarter. It's just absolutely incredible.
Half of the second quarter. Sorry, I'm back. Got me a water and a nice a bowl of New England clam chowder.
Oh, that sounds great. Is that what they're serving up in the concession stand tonight?
A little bit of that. You got choice of that. Lobster rolls. A little bit of everything that New England's known for.
Really? See, I thought that was just the cheerleaders I was smelling.
I mean, they might have added to the ambiance of the stadium as well.
And the ambiance in the stadium right now is unlike any other. It's crazy.
I mean, talking to the fans at the concession stand line, they said they'd pay double for these tickets. They think they've gotten enough action in this one game to count for the price of the price of admission for 2 or 3 games. They are ecstatic.
Yeah, I mean, some would say that with this being a primetime show that it might be rigged. I can vouch and say that this game is not rigged, but man, it sure feels like it. What entertainment we have tonight.
You can't think of a better script. Like Hollywood cannot come up with a better script. But I'll tell you what, be watching for the 30 for 30 on this game, or as we flash back in a few years to the craziness it was the opening playoff game of this season of the WFA.
Washington gets the ball back in the second half. Buchanan trying.
Right there.
But you can feel the energy from both these teams right now.
Ready to, you can hear them hipping and hollering out there in halftime. What went from a really sad moment, kind of down on themselves, quick turnaround, and let's see if they can keep the magic going into the third quarter.
Then Manning with Woods in the background. He's going to give it to Woods. They've made some adjustments at halftime, trying to get him the ball.
Just stuffed out by number 7 of that Boston defense.
I don't know how you feel about this, but
Craven, the guy with the big pick 6.
My idea is, yards are yards. Even if it's 1-2 yards from your running back, it's better than nothing. It's positive yards.
No, positive yards. It's better to go forward than backwards, I always say. Ooh, nice slant route hitting over the middle for the first down. Big catch by number 45. Flamed Dagong.
Some people in the eastern part of the country says daggone.
Oh, Flame Dagong. It could be Flame. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. And a lot of pressure right there, but Manning gets it off. Good for about a yard gain before it's stuffed out by that Boston defense.
Yeah, it looked like Joel Woods had a lot of open field, but the Whales closed in fast.
Oh yeah, they did. They sensed the water and sent out the signal, and the pod closed in.
What kind of whales are these? You know, the in-game logo looks like a killer whale. The graphic looks like what I would consider to be a sperm whale.
Yeah, humpback sperm whale is what I was always figuring it to be. Little dip out pass right there that he takes for 10 yards. Way to convert that. Really thought that was going to get stuffed in the backfield, but he made something out of nothing.
Yeah, he did. Joel Woods.
Great job, Joel Woods.
Trying to really turn it around in the second half, and you know the team is leaning on him right now.
They really are, but he can take it. He's another one that's been around the league for a while. He's played in big games. He can take it. He wants that added pressure. He wants that ability to show you what he's got. All right, you got Manning auditing at the line of scrimmage, something he didn't like, and see if he changes it up. And he leans right out there to Joel Woods, only to kind of get stuffed. You could see he wanted to make the cut up, but just couldn't get it done. Couldn't really find the hole he needed.
Yeah, Manning saw something. Not sure what he saw. Made a change. Didn't seem to be helpful.
And again, big play by the secondary. Javon Payne coming up and making the stop. These.
Sounds like we lost Derek again mid-sentence. We've got a bunch of wide receivers on the top of your screen.
Am I back? Like I was saying, it looks like these corners for the Whales making all over the field, making plays, interceptions coming up for tackles for loss. Again, I think that was another tackle by number 4, Javon Payne, just all over the place. This Boston secondary is something to be wary of.
Oh, he just couldn't stay on his feet long enough.
Stop just short. Going to be 4-1. Let's see what the Wastelanders choose to do, and that's Hurley. Big old Hurley coming up and making the stop.
What do you do in this situation, Derek, as a coach?
I'm going for it. I'm balls to the wall, bro. And
It's
looks
playoffs.
like they might be doing it. Yeah, it's one and done. There is no tomorrow, and they got him to jump. Fresh set of downs.
My goodness, got the jump. Crucial mistake.
But is that by Mr. Crash James? Is that who jumped right there? For the Whales. I'm waiting for the ref's call. Oh no, they hit number 93. Hugo the Mountain. I guess there is no mountain too high to jump off sides.
I've had some experience coaching Hugo as a defender, and you know, he does get anxious. He gets excited, and he does tend to jump off sides more than most. That's just his disposition.
I mean, he's ready to go. But that was a huge penalty on 4th down.
Oh, daggone!
Daggone! Flamé Dagong! It's just dropped that one. Maybe he didn't get the memo to lay off the popcorn at halftime. But like, we'd have some big plays right here if the wide receivers could just learn to catch the ball.
Yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts. Daggone. Looking at his hands after that, like maybe he had a hole in him or something, or holding some goat soap. Manning with 4 wide receivers, throwing it deep down the middle. That was batted down by a Whale. That makes it 3rd and 10 for the Wastelanders. The Wastelanders didn't travel over 3,000 miles to let this game get away from them. They're going to keep it close here. This is going to be a big 3rd down. We've got all the wide receivers out on the field, trying to find somebody open. Throws on an out route for 4 yards. 6 yards to go to get a 1st down. Now, I'm not sure if you're in field position to kick. If you're in field goal position, you need to take it.
You're absolutely right. Sorry, I had people blowing me up asking me if I was watching the game. I'm like, I'm trying to call the game right now. But I think you have to. Points is what you got to go for.
Who is the kicker for Washington?
You got the kicker for Washington is none other than Ryan Cogswell.
Must not have a lot of faith in him right now.
I mean, he does have clutch, but he's new. He's raw prospected. Only a copper.
And maybe it is the fact that, at this point, there's so much faith and so much behind Scooter Stroker, the punter, that, I mean, he pins him again within the 10.
I mean, Scooter Stroker was essentially the orchestrator of the momentum shift last time. Let's see if it continues.
Napoli to Blanchard.
And pushes forward for about 1 yard. And let's see what the whales do here. Some might say we're whale watching right now to see what their next move is. You ever been whale watching?
No, I live on the Ohio River.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different type of whale you're watching go down that river.
That one's full of diabetes.
Again, another short pickup, now 3rd and 6. Just trying to put some space between the whales and the end zone. Let's see, I think you have to pass it here. Though I've been proven wrong before.
Yep, we have no idea what's going to happen to this Wales offense.
I think they're passing it here.
Mikey Napoli dropping back, stepping up.
He changed the defense. He dodged one, felt the pressure, and just got pounded. Coming up from the secondary there, Jr. on the cornerback.
You don't see that happening very often.
Not very often at all. It was a risk paid off. Got home.
He's having one heck of a game.
Yeah. Multiple tackles, an interception, and a sack. Add to his career.
I'm coming back for you.
And again, the Wastelanders, we've been in this exact position before. Let's see if lightning strikes twice.
I don't think
the Wales special teams are going to let that happen again. But still starting with great field position on the Boston 41.
Yeah, so now, I mean, if you're Washington, you have to start getting some points. They've been so close. They've been just a few yards shy of field goal position, in my opinion.
Despite not scoring points, I'd almost say the momentum's kind of with Washington. So it's a shocker that they're not getting those points.
It does seem like the momentum's with Washington, so that is a little strange. You're right.
But this is a strange game. So, I mean, anything could be afoot. All right. Well, it's solid pickup on the dump down pass right there. Solid pickup of 7. Now they're sitting at 2nd and 3. And let's see what they go with. They hand it off to Joel Woods again. Just crosses the line of scrimmage for 1 yard. Snuffed out by number 97 of Boston. Again, Hugo?
No, that's
Oh, that's Nwasu, 97.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome Nwasu. Let's see what they do. They run in it again.
Playing man up on these receivers. Check down to Joel Woods. Had a great block.
Got a good block. Crosses that first down line.
Good block by the lineman there to seal off. Have Joel cut it back in bounds. Very good. And that's going to give a fresh set of downs for Washington. Plenty of time in the pocket. Throws.
Indeed. And just off target right there. Almost seemed like he threw it to Javon Payne. And I don't know if it was just a miscommunication. They're on different pages there, but ooh, that almost could have been dangerous.
It almost looked like Manning was expecting a different route right there.
I agree. All right, let's see what they do. Thinking they're running it on this one. No, and that's why I'm up in the booth.
Oh, he's throwing it to the camera guy.
Man.
The hell now, was he out of the pocket? I mean, I would almost say that's intentional grounding.
I would say so. There wasn't a receiver anywhere around that ball.
No, and I think the rule is if you're in the pocket, that can be intentional grounding.
Yeah, well, I think the R62 is having a little pity on this group. I'm not going to call that one. But let's see what they do. Because right now they're in a rough situation on a drive where they really need points. Good out route. Does he cut it up? He does for the first down. And you know what? They make it work. What do I know?
I mean, that was a good out route with plenty of time to turn it up the sideline.
Simmons turned it up and made that out route into needed to get the first down and more. Again, on a drive where we feel they need to really get some points, they're doing what they need to. Maybe not the prettiest, but it's working. And in the playoffs, it's not how you win, it's if you win.
That's right. What a catch.
Down? They're saying it is. They're saying it's a touchdown. Number 8, Sam Blotner, says, you know what? Wales, who? I play for the Wastelanders.
Turn around and keep both feet in bounds. That was beautiful.
That's the toe drag swag right there. Dragging his feet in there, keeping in bounds. There it is.
That was some swag. Some swag that's going to put the Wastelanders up by 2 points. You would almost want to see them go for it.
Yeah. I'd go for 2 to make it a field goal difference. But again, what do I know? I've been wrong this entire game.
It's like Cogswell hurt his hip on that kick.
I mean, when you're swinging something that big, sometimes it'll if you torque the wrong way, you're in trouble.
Trust me, I know.
So I've heard. All right, you got the Whales back to receive. Cutting it to the outside. Shakes one man. Just can't shake the next. And gets it up to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good return by Payne.
Good return by Payne. I mean, Payne is bringing the pain this game. Again, all over the field.
Big plays by big playmakers tonight. This is what you want to see in prime time.
Exactly what you want to see. Good old Jake Blanchard, 16 carries for 111 yards. All right, let's see what Boston chooses to do.
Blanchard didn't like what he saw up the middle, decided to try to make something out of nothing. Gained 1 yard.
He just shuts it down. J.C. Bentley says not today. All right, let's see what they do. Let's see if the Whales are about to free Willie here and let it rain.
Would love to see Napoli start getting hot.
I mean, again, I like the leaning on Blanchard, but
we both know there's nothing more dangerous than Napoli when he's feeling it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when Napoli's feeling it, he can deliver you a gen ball. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That was Trevor Rivers on the stop. He stands in the pocket, but just can't connect right there. I would love to say that was broken up by the Wastelanders, but I don't think so. And here comes out the man, the myth, the legend. Gunk.
Here he is. You can feel the stadium shake when he runs out onto the field.
He brings the funk. You know, I think he is the highest drafted punter in all of WFA history. I believe he was the number 1 or number 2 overall pick. He's the first rounder.
He's the only, we'll say, gold punter in the league. I know we don't like to refer to players that way, but
the big man can really punt it.
But that was a long punt.
That was a rocket. He's a dog. Gunk. It just got the funk on that ball and drills it, flipping the field. And when you can flip the field like that, like he kicked it back. It's like they got a touchback right there, which is huge.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what Manning has. Let's see if he can harness the powers of the rest of the Manning family here and make some of this drive. Oh, I thought that was picked right over the outstretched hands to Mr. Sam Blotner.
It seems like the Washington Wastelanders are starting to come alive here in the passing game.
I mean, we knew it was only a matter of time that Chad was going to make those adjustments that he needed to turn this game around.
We
I
got
can't believe
Joel
it's still only the
Woods.
third quarter. This thing's been action-packed.
It has been. Yes, it has.
All right, you got him looking back there.
Boo. Overthrown to Joel Woods. Threw it right out of bounds. He'd be better off just throwing the ball away there, in my opinion. But that's not worth much right now. We've got 10 yards to the first down. Manning stepping back, firing down the sideline.
From the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown Wastelanders. And who is it? None other than Buchanan Simmons doing his best funky chicken in the end zone, even though I am here.
He's having it
for a second
himself
time
a heyday.
tonight. He does it in every form and fashion. Punt returns and deep bombs from this quarterback. And the Wastelanders take the lead.
I like that little chicken dance.
He let it rip. I would have thrown out my hip, but he's a little
What
more
do they?
athletic than I am.
What do they call that one that Jeffers does?
Oh, the gritty?
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I would
was-
love to see one of these players hit the gritty.
I thought it was called the glizzy.
No, that's a hot dog.
Oh, I want to see somebody do that.
I mean, I believe Tony Funk's probably eating a hot dog on the sideline if you want to pan over to him.
I mean, I'm going to say
Sorry.
that the Italian sausage's nickname might change to the glizzy guy if he doesn't step up here in the playoffs.
He might get pelted with glizzies when he leaves the stadium if he doesn't step it up.
These Boston fans are crazy.
Oh yeah, they can't cheer for Tom Brady anymore. Or Mikey Napoli is their last hope, and right now he's letting them down.
Yeah, he is, but
my
he's
God.
not letting us down.
He's gonna go! He's gonna go all the way! The 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown Wales! This is Javon Payne hitting pay dirt for a second time tonight. I cannot believe it.
No, I can't hardly stand it, man. I mean, he had the kicker to beat, and Clogswell just couldn't finish the job.
I mean, Cogswell had hurt his hip earlier, and I wonder if that had something to do with it.
No, he's just a pansy. Oh, wow.
He shook 2 tackles and hit the burners. People, I hope you're still here watching this because you never know what's going to happen. And we still got the 4th quarter to go.
Wow, woo wee, wow. How many times do I got to say that tonight?
I mean, I've got to call the commissioners on this one because I'm going to see who their script writers are. Did they get Spielberg? Who, like, what do they got? You know, because they brought out the best writers for this game.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is nuts. You can hear, I mean, the stadium has erupted right now.
They're all waving glizzies in the air. They got to get some shit.
Those aren't glizzies, Derek. Oh, my.
Can we have another one?
Okay.
Have you ever seen a WFA game with so much action and frankly, so many kick returns?
No, but I'm glad to see it, man. This is
insane.
not your Thursday night football.
I saw the sparkle in the eye. I thought it was going to break.
Anything can happen tonight.
I hope those in the chat and those at home watching are really enjoying their time, because if only you could be here live. Again, like Colin said, this stadium is electric. Back and forth, back and forth. Frankly, I think the fans will be happy no matter who wins because of the product they've gotten on the field tonight.
Yeah, this has been one for the ages, as somebody said in Gen Chat. Looks like a face mask.
Oof. Another big penalty on the Whales if this is, in fact, a face mask. Yep. Looks like face mask. RCCC2 said not today.
Yeah,
Incidental face
penalties
mask.
really hurting the Whales. And if everybody in the chat is liking what they're seeing tonight, hit that like button for us. We'd appreciate it.
Hope to see you back here for the rest of the week's games, because at this rate, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we've got double headers the rest of the week, Derek.
Oh my gosh! Put up your fours in chat, because we're going to the fourth quarter, and at this point, I've already aged 10 years. And I hope you guys pounded the over when you're placing your bets. Not what we were thinking in the first quarter, I'll tell you that.
Boston trying to stay aggressive on defense. I think that's a good call for them.
I agree. Let's see if they can stuff them here. Good pass breakup right there.
Missed opportunity, but good position.
Yeah.
How's that point?
Out of
today,
Wale
huh?
right there
How's
on the
it take?
pass breakup.
All right, Manning with a 2-point lead, handing it off to Joel for a loss. We've got a loss that's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Man. Again, the fight continues in both of these teams. Back and forth, back and forth. The teams know what they're fighting for, and they're going to fight till the end. No easy yardage on either side of this ball.
Oh, just missed. Overthrown just a tad.
And they stuff him. Now comes out Washington's punter.
That's old Scooter.
Scooter Stroker. You know, another one of the Rich Stroker line found throughout the WFA.
I'm cutting you down.
Let's see if he can pin him deep, flip the field here. Oh, solid punt.
And Boston's going to take the field here in the fourth quarter with a chance to hopefully take the lead.
They definitely can do it. Let's see what the Wastelander defense has to say. I mean, it's been a little bit since we've had an interception. Why not make it 6?
Can he bring it to fruition?
I think this is a Blanchard. Yep. Blanchard on the short run, gain of 1 yard. I mean, Boston was just in the backfield the moment they snapped the ball. Wasn't going to get much there.
Yeah.
Or the Wastelanders were in the backfield.
Napoli all alone.
Look at Gene. It's his man.
Missed deflection resulting in a big, big gain.
The Polish sausage. Polish Italian.
still can't time those transitions right.
That's fine.
Set. Counter, counter, counter. Wait, you're
Blanchard in the backfield, going deep again.
Man over the middle. Good.
That was none
Lewiston
other than
just right there again to make the big catch over the middle, putting the Whales firmly into field goal range. But obviously they want more than that, and I think they'll need more than that if they want to win this game.
I think this is when you start handing it off to Blanchard. Just looks like what they're going to do.
And stuffed. I thought for sure that was going to break for a few yards, but number 70 said not today.
That was a good wrap-up tackle by Bentley.
J.C. Bentley, right? I'm pretty sure that was J.C. Bentley. I called his name a few times today. He's been on some big plays, big stops. Let's see if he can do it again. Going 2nd and 11.
Play action.
Play action. Ducks under the man, and he's going for a run.
Oh, the sausage is on the
He's
run.
going to do it himself.
Oh, wow.
That's got to be at least a 15-yard run for Mikey Napoli. This game's got everything.
Is this a great drive or what?
Napoli's happy with what he did right there.
I thought he was going to duck under and chuck it, but no, he decided to hold it and go for it. He saw green.
I thought he was wrapped up.
Hit the out route. Just stepped out of bounds. I thought he might have turned it up, Lewiston, but did step out of bounds, but still good out route for 5 yards.
Yep.
Do you think this is a handoff to Blanchard? I think it'd almost have to be. I'd be worried to be.
They've already thrown one interception in the end zone. They don't want to make that same mistake twice, especially being down by 2.
I think you have to run it here. Put it out up the gut. And they do. But the run defense by the Wastelanders is just locked in right now. And that is 45.
Rivers.
Trevor Rivers, sorry. They got 2 45s on this team. Kind of confused me. I didn't think Dagong played on defense. But you never know this game. Never thought. You never know with this game.
Oh, they almost made the mistake.
They're real lucky that didn't get intercepted. I just don't think passing it right now, and it looks like they have to settle for the field goal.
Yeah, and I'm happy with that if I'm Boston.
I mean, points are good. All points are good points.
Well, it gives you the lead. That's the most important thing.
It does give you the lead. But that lead only might last for about 3 seconds, the way this game's working.
You never know. But you do get at least a small sigh of relief when you take the lead here by 1 point. The strategy changes. You go into defensive mode.
That is a fact.
And just like that, we've had another change in the lead. I wish I had the stat on how many times that's happened.
Well, up until 6 minutes in the second quarter, it was 1. And then all hell broke loose.
We've got a lot of points on the board tonight, Derek.
We do. Again, I hoped everyone at home hammered that over. I know it wasn't looking like it early, but it has shown up.
Simmons can't make anything happen on that return, but does get to the 23-yard line.
I mean, solid return, but after letting up 1, I don't think Chad and the special teams is going to let up another one. I mean, Boston and the special teams is going to let up another one. My gosh. I can't tell who's running it back anymore. It keeps getting crazy. All right, Manning throwing it deep, and he connects over the middle.
Manning showing what he's made of with those big kahunas. I don't know if I would throw it deep against Craven and Payne.
No.
Everyone else they've got back there.
Tonight, but he saw Simmons He saw the window, Simmons was open, and he trusts his guy. And he was going to let it rain. He's freeing the Willie.
What's the pass? What's the pass? Louis, Single back.
All right.
And seeing something in the defense.
It's time to change it up. And he hits a nice out route.
Yeah, good audible.
Yeah. I mean, made probably something out of nothing. A good little out route to Max Chapman right there.
Space you guys are giving me.
I haven't said his name very often tonight.
Yeah, only a couple plays. Have been big plays, especially that big one on 3rd and long. Everyone's contributing. I mean, you got Javon Payne back there talking trash. Let's see if they can step up and do anything on this drive.
What
right
a turn
now,
upfield.
This drive is all Washington, and Mr. Joel Woods getting that first down.
That was a great run in Reed. He was heading, I guess we say perpendicular to the heading parallel to the line of scrimmage, and then turned it right upfield.
Oh yeah, he got perpendicular really quick. See what we do here at Boston on the Washington on the Boston 42. That should have been picked all day.
Everybody's holding their breath after that one.
Yep, I thought that was going to go for 6. Number 9 just couldn't hold on. John Hurley, linebacker, just couldn't hold on. Not known for his hands, so I get it. Great pass breakup, but I'm pretty sure everyone expected that to be picked.
Not known for his hands on the field, we'll say.
We did coach him for a while.
There's a lot of players from Canada who play for Boston right now.
Well, no, I'm talking. We didn't coach him in Canada.
Did we
Coach him at the first gig in the league.
Way back.
He was a Fury.
Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Phoenix Fighters.
Yeah, the Fighters. He was a fighter, not Fury. Sorry. In the lovely orange and red.
A third down to keep the drive alive.
See what they do. Can they keep it alive? He aims deep.
Whoa!
It's intercepted again. The tip pass. And is that who I think it is? It is. That looks like a Mr. Javon Payne coming up with that interception.
That was Hurley.
No, it's Hurley. He says, I ain't got no hands. Watch me.
Wow.
That is Mr. Hurley thinking he ain't got hands. My bad, Hurley. I'm sorry. Said watch me. That is 6 interceptions on the game combined for these two teams. Gosh, what a bruising run there. Just couldn't get him down. No major yards for Blanchard there, but he fought.
No, we've got 5 minutes left in this ball game. This is where I think, now I say I think, where we'll see Boston start running the ball more, running this clock out, and keeping the ball out of Washington's hands.
You ain't got to nothing. You ain't got to nothing. Watch the back. Watch the back.
Good connection for only a few yards to number 19. Mario Luna just really couldn't turn it upfield to get any more. If I'm Boston, I have the lead. I'm not throwing it here. I'm wasting as much clock as possible, and I'm running it.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what? If we were coaching this Boston team right now, it may not be the same outcome.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe you don't run it because they're sensing that Washington's just eating up that run, reading it all day. Gallery hanging another poster on the wall. He's been in that backfield all night tonight.
both of these teams, regardless of the outcome, both of these teams are going to be a great candidate for moving forward to the Gin Bowl.
Oh, I think so. I think right here shows you the strength of the league. Both of these teams belonged in the playoffs. I know one had a little harder path to get there, but it shows the right person moved forward.
Yep. Almost blocked.
I thought we almost had a block punt. I was about to lose my mind.
That would be all we need.
That's the only thing we're missing. I mean, I'd have bingo. I don't know if you have your WFA bingo cards out there, but we're calling some doozy numbers this game.
That would be fun sometime.
Wouldn't it be? Or maybe offer a prize. I should talk to the commissioner about that.
I think you got his number.
Both of them. I know where they live. And he steps up in the pocket out of pressure. Oh, almost intercepted. Tried to hit him on the out route, or I guess it'd be more of a corner route, but nonetheless.
No, but you like to see Washington going deep. That they've been successful with that so far.
And I mean, you have 3 minutes left in that 4-minute drill right now. They got to score points to win. Because you know, Colin, whoever has the most points at the end of the game typically wins the game.
Well, that's good to know. Wish I knew that 2 seasons ago.
It's something I've had to learn in all my time in the league. Took me a while. There are no moral victories in the WFA. All right, 3rd and 10. Washington's just not able to muster anything on this drive. What do? You got to do something because you need points here. I'm not sure if you punt here, if you get the ball back.
Oh, that hurts.
Stacked in the backfield. Smash James. It is Smash James.
Living up to the name.
He just Hulk smashed Manning into the backfield, into the ground right there. And that's devastating because I'd almost say if they got yards there, they could even go for it on 4th. But you have to punt here. And I just don't know if they get the ball back. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to punt.
In a normal game, you would think this would probably be the end of it. But anything's possible here in Boston, Mass.
Where everything's possible.
Billion dreams here.
And it smells like fish.
Yeah. All right. All right, here we go. Wales line up. Are they going to finish out the game, or are they going to try to get greedy and turn it over? We'll see what happens here.
I think there's still a good chance for Washington at this point. Boston's been struggling on offense.
That's true. And they're going to run it. Try to waste down some of that clock. Luckily for the Wastelanders, you got the 2-minute warning, which will act kind of as a 4th timeout for them. So still plenty of time on the clock.
Yep.
Hell yeah, brother.
They still have high hopes. You can hear it.
Yeah, they do. You hear them hyping each other up. They're not dead yet, and they are not wanting to go home. They're not wanting to take that 3,000-mile plane trip with the L.
So no, that'd be a long, sad ride.
That's not something you want to do. They're going to take it down to the 2 minutes. They are. So we're going in to the last 2 minutes of the game. Boston with the ball. Wastelanders needing it. What do you do here, Colin? Are you think hoping for a real clean game to hold them? You're trying to force.
It's hard. It's hard to predict what Boston's going to do. I think you've got 2 options. I think still the best thing is to play a soft defense here. You either let them score or you protect yourself against the pass. But there's Blanchard doing Blanchard things, and that puts Washington in a bad situation.
That might have been the nail in the coffin right there.
Big run.
Big run for not only first, but so much more. My gosh.
Yeah, that's going to take the breath out of you if you're Washington, but if you're Boston, you're feeling mighty confident, I'd say.
Oh, I'd say you are. You're having a whale of a time if you're Boston right now. But then you have this curious run, getting stuffed in the backfield. Washington calling another timeout, but I just don't know if there's enough. They only got one. They only got one left.
There's still going to be time if they can hold them on this drive. One more first down is going to finish this game.
Yeah. So let's see what they roll out here.
Temperature's dropping in Boston. You can see it in the breath.
Matching skills and Chad. Let's see what comes up of this. And they stuff him in the back to then call that timeout. I mean, you got to think. Let's see, 25 seconds. They're probably gonna come back. Washington gets the ball with about a minute left. All said and done, maybe a minute and 10.
Yeah, there's one factor.
If they don't give up the first down, of course. They give a first down, it's over.
Yeah, this is the biggest third down of the night.
Yeah, Washington needs to clinch the butt cheeks and go for it. Anything's possible when you clinch your butt cheeks.
And it's dropped.
And I honestly don't know why. I mean, I know it's 4-13, but I probably would have run it to get more time off the clock because you're going to give them back the ball with almost 2 full minutes.
Well, here's the thing that you're not factoring in is that you've got the best punter in the league in your corner right now.
You are not kidding. Don't even dunk. Throw it down to the glizzy is coming out now.
Yes, I mean, this could be... I mean, if Gunk puts this within the 10, nobody can make fun of Boston for picking him up first round.
Yeah, this is what you paid the man for. Can he do it? What's him at the 11?
I said 10.
Good.
We can still make fun of him.
Badass. But still a solid punt by Gunk.
There's tons of time, Derek.
Washington has to go 89 yards here.
There's tons of time.
Order.
We've seen them do it before.
We have. Let's see what they roll out here with. And no timeout, so the clock's gonna be against them. You got to make sure you're getting out of bounds.
Look at the yard differential.
Honor Manning is slinging it. I mean, he's risking it with them 4 interceptions. He's done some risky throws, but he is not afraid to air it out. All right. Let's see what we got here. 2nd and 4.
Another check down.
Shook it and got out of bounds, but just no yardage gained. You'd really love to see some deep down the field throws. I mean, I get it. You're not wanting to throw it up for an interception and end your chances here, but
and maybe Manning's just waiting for his chance. I think he's looking. I think he's looking. He's just not seeing the opportunity yet. And he's got 2 more shots.
He does. This is definitely 4th down territory. Hits it over the middle on the slant route.
Yeah, you better hurry.
To the ball. Do you go run it or are you going to spike it here? No, they're going for it.
Yeah, you do it again. You do it again. That's deep.
That's deep, broken up. Time to give him a little chance to looking for Simmons over the top. Batted down, gives the incompletion. Though you hate to see the incompletion, does give Washington time to kind of huddle up and make a plan for this next down.
Yeah, no, I think that was the right call to keep the momentum going. Let an incomplete pass stop the clock so you can regroup.
I like it. All right, let's see what they do here.
Another check down. That one's gonna hurt. That's not the best football IQ.
That's not what you want. I mean, because now we're wasting time getting everyone back to the line. 3rd and 10. No, hope's not over in this game. Oh, my gosh, I'm pretty sure.
That was the mountain.
That was the mountain closing the door, I think. Unless we got one miracle left in this game, we're going to need to see it here.
It's fourth down.
Oh, he got it!
They're still alive.
They're still alive. I should expect nothing less from this game. I think you have to spike it here.
And they will.
They do. They got to regroup. I was not expecting them to hit the 4th and 19, but again, what do I know? This game has everything.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see them get into some field goal yardage where they wouldn't let their kicker kick originally. And I want them to be forced to make that kicker do it.
Well,
we'll see what happens here.
About 15, 20 more yards to get into that range to force them to do it. I mean, it's a good yardage, but you're wasting time throwing over the middle here.
You got one more play.
Are they spiking it or are they going for it? They did spike it. They need to do like an out route, get a few more yards, and then hope for the best.
Oh, man. This is coming down to the wire.
Folks, hope you're on the edge of your seats like I am. Because my gosh, this game has had everything, and we could get down to a photo finish. It looks like they're throwing again.
This is a Hail Mary.
Throw it, but no, they're going for it. I mean, could be the right idea. Not today. I think that ends the game right here. I just don't think they get back to the line in time. And that's it. Game over. You hate to see it, but Boston's defense came in clutch when it mattered, got the late sack, and just couldn't recover.
What a final stand by Boston and a final push by Washington.
This game had everything.
Wow. That was absolutely amazing. I don't even know everything that we saw tonight.
This one is for the ages. This had everything. Kick returns, punt returns, defense galore, interceptions, crazy penalties you get seen called once every decade. Like, everything this game had. Stars showed up, and it wasn't just your usuals. The people showed up and showed out tonight. If you're a football fan, this game had everything for you.
Yeah, that was super exciting.
Fantastic game. Either team deserved the win. And again, like I said earlier, anyone watching this game, fans in the stands, didn't matter who won. This game was worth the price of admission. You couldn't be mad.
Yep, and it's going to be a long 3,000 miles back home to Washington for the Wastelanders. And Boston will be watching on Friday night to see who wins the game between the Lincoln Spooters and the Myrtle Beach Stingers. They'll be playing the winner of that game.
Yeah. Could be an interesting game for them next week as well.
So.
All right, well, you finish this out. I'm going to step away real quick, but I will be back in just a second.
All right. But no, I mean, we've seen it all. I'm still laughing at the offensive lineman catching the ball in the face and being starstruck, getting tackled. That was awesome. We laughed, we cried, we probably pooped our pants a little bit, but it all boils down to Jake Blanchard carrying the team on his back. Longest run of the night was for 69 yards. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Jake Blanchard is player of the game. Add it to the record board for him. And Boston will move on to round 2 and will be continuing their trip on the road to Gen Bowl 9. Derek, I know that you said you'd be back, so we will sit here and wait as I scroll through the stats. Let's take a look here at this second quarter. Unbelievable. We had 30 points scored in the second quarter alone. Half the points of the game scored in one quarter. Both quarterbacks struggling tonight. Napoli more than Manning. That will be something that Boston will need to address moving forward. As they make their way through the playoffs. But showing to be a promising team. Probably one of the best teams that we've seen this season. Hell of a job coaching this season by Chad. Hope to see his Wastelanders taking this opportunity to rebuild, see what works for them. And everybody stay tuned for the next game on deck. Can't remember what game that is. Let me take a peek here. The next game up tonight is going to be the Hummingbirds heading to Miami to play the Nightmares. That should be a great game as well. No announcing for that game as far as I know, but will still be entertaining. Lots of defensive stats tonight. So many pass deflections. So many interceptions tonight. Jason Hurley showing up with an interception after Derek called him out for having fat hands. Tony Gunk pinning the Wastelanders deep in the final drive. Might have just given them the extra yardage. If you think about it, 10 more yards. If Tony Gunk would have punted that ball into the end zone and let the Wastelanders take it at the 20, that would have given them 9 more yards. That would have put the ball at, I think, the 32-yard line. That could have been a different situation. So it's just crazy how things have played out tonight. Well, guys, that's it for the stats. I'm going to go ahead and sign off from me and Derek. Thank you for putting up with our technical difficulties today. We hope that you enjoy the rest of the game. Enjoy the slate of games coming up the next 2 days, and we will be back with more broadcasting in prime time on Thursday. That is going to be when the Corn Kings go to Vegas, and that will be Jack P and Chad on the call for that game. That's going to be a good one as well. So thank you, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the evening, and we will catch you next time.
It's all the funnier. It's all the funnier because it's 55.
I think I can go back and look for that. Do you know where that was? I can go back and look it up.
So like towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah.
First half.
Okay, if that happened, then there was like a sack, and then the third, like a fourth,
It's a sack.
28.
How does the Eli Manning?
Wait.
Moves up in the pocket and just launches it, and it's
Dude,
caught.
that was a bullet.
Yeah, actually, how many times did fucking Napoli get sacked in that game? Like, holy shit.
Our offensive line remembered LeBron's famous quote pregame.
I don't know if you have audio still on, but if you're looking at the stream, you can still see all of us in the corner.
Oh, I didn't stop.